hatred, like the black man shows a lot of hatred towards the black woman. The black woman has a lot of hatred towards the black man. That's all a curse that's in our neighborhoods. For example, the sixth commandment says thou shalt not kill. If our people kept that one commandment, we won't have this problem in our communities right here. We don't have black men killing each other over foolishness, killing each other over blocks that none of us even own. You know, so that's an example of how we're cursing the city. Continue reading.
Cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursing, we're going to be in the field. How are we cursing the field historically? When you see this photo, how are we cursing the field historically speaking?
How are we cursing?
Yes, as a nation of people. We look at our history. How we have the big cotton, sugar cane, tobacco. We're in slavery. Fast forward to present time. We're the last fire, the first fire. We get paid less. We're doing the same work as other nations. I was reading an article how there's a sister. She applied to a lot of jobs, but the jobs wouldn't call her back or hire her. So what she did, she gave herself a Caucasian sounding name, and all the jobs started calling her back. That's just showing you how we're cursing the field. That's going into work that goes into the job force. Read verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
So it says our sons and daughters will be given unto another people. When did that happen? When were our sons and daughters given unto another people? You were in slavery. Have y'all seen Roots, 12 Years a Slave? That's how, once we got to this side of the world, they took our children away from us. They put us on auction slave blocks and they sold us to different plantations across the United States. So read that part again.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So once they took our children away from us, we didn't have any might in our hand to get our children back. So we looked and long for hoping that they'll come back to us, but they were gone forever. Finish that part off.
And there shall be
so they can't. So two men can have sex and they can't.
Oh, no.
So how can you be African American?
Okay, well then I'm not African American.
So that's the thing. Like, we don't know who we are. That's
what would you say you are?
According to the Bible, so-called blacks in America, we are the Israelites. Have you ever heard that before?
So we have to serve.
When you look on this slide,
you
know, are you familiar with so-called African American history? But how did so-called African Americans come to America? Yeah, how did we come to America? You know how we came to America? Have you heard we came in on slave ship? Have you ever heard that history? Did you know that's in the Bible? That's in the Bible. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, it tells you that the children of Israel is going to go into slavery on slave ships. So the reason why we still in the low state that we are in today, because don't a lot of African Americans kill each other? Don't we sell drugs to each other? So would you say most of the African Americans, the communities are destroyed?
Did our people make that?
Because all of those are curses when you read Deuteronomy 28.
Did our nakedness, even the clothes on our backs,
it shall come to pass. Thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his
when y'all got a student loan, did y'all get your student loan?
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses to the back. It says all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So one of the curses right here,
was it from the other
nations
you have to get it from?
Verse 16 it says, curse shall thou be in the city. So if you look at any city in America, who's in the lowest parts of the city?
Transportation.
Who's in the worst parts of the city?
Education. You need a family.
Yeah, what nationality people? So-called blacks and so-called Hispanics.
We don't build these houses. That's what everything that we need as a nation, we have to get that.
And what so-called blacks and Hispanics curse? Slavery. It was big cotton and sugar.
Who's that he? Who's that he that put yokes on our hands?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. So in hunger, who do we got to go to for food? Black people on Walmart, Price Chopper, Walgreens. We have to go to the people that brought us in slavery. Then it says, and in thirst. So if we want to pay a water bill, Zani, Aquafina, do we control those things? We don't control that. Then it says, and in nakedness. So the clothes that's on our backs, do we control the imports and the exports of the textiles that come in and out of here? So we have to go to our enemies in nakedness also. Then it says, also you have to go to your enemies in want of all things. So if you want education, do we set up the education system? Do we set up the religions? Because guess what? They forced Christianity on us in slavery. The conquistadors, when they came over here in 1492, Christopher Columbus, they forced Catholicism on the Native Americans. And same with them, when they came over here and brought us over here from the west coast of Africa, they forced Christianity, so-called Christianity on us. Then it says, verse 48, and it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. So who put yokes of iron upon our necks? I'm sorry, what people? White people. It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed them. So when they took the yokes of iron off our necks, we was destroyed Mexico. That's when we start calling ourselves blacks, African Americans. We start going with the names they put on us. So this is the last scripture I'm going to show you. How did we get here with transportation? Shit, I'm going to show you that's in the Bible. Go. Verse 68. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So we think the Israelites, when you look at the history in the Bible, they never went into Egypt a second time. So the word Egypt means something. So the Bible, you got to read it precept upon precept. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you what the word Egypt means according to the Bible.
Like for example, would you sell your mother or your father?
Exodus chapter 2. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. For I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means what? Read it again. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means bondage. You understand? So now you go to 68 to get the understanding. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
West Coast of Africa, we're brought to the United States, the Caribbean, Mexico, Central, South America, and through the sub-Saharan slave trade, because we were on the East Coast of Africa also, they sold us into Saudi Arabia, India, China, Pakistan. We don't talk about that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The way Moses said was going to happen is exactly what will happen.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Have you seen our homeland since we've been in this country?
That's our national.
No, we're not.
It says,
We're not serve like activity here.
bring us into Egypt.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
And there, where's that there? Once we got to America, Central, South America, the Caribbean, read that part again.
And there ye shall be sold into your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
We're sold unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, meaning slave men and slave women. Read on.
And no man shall buy.
And no man shall buy us, meaning no one's going to save us out of recognition. Harriet Tubman tribe, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, MLK tribe, the Black Panthers tribe. No one's going to be able to save us out of the condition that we're in. You look at, for example, Sada Shakur, right? She was exiled to Cuba, but now this administration is trying to do it, trying to open up Cuba and go in there and bring her back to America and imprison her. Says everybody who try to rise up and save us as a nation of people, they all fail.
From Nigeria? You know that for a fact.
Yeah, I know.
You came over from the country of Africa to America from Nigeria.
My ancestors did.
The ancestors.
My daddy did.
Daddy did. So how did we ended up, because a lot of us came from the west coast of Africa, right? How did we come, how did we get to the west coast of Africa?
You said how
How did we get to the west coast of Africa? Because guess what? Before Africa, we was dwelling somewhere else.
before Africa?
Before we was in Africa, we was dwelling somewhere else.
See, I was trying to say we was in Israel.
We was in Israel. You believe in the Bible?
Yeah, I believe it.
The Bible is a history book. The Bible, let me show you something right quick.
I'm gonna show you. We started in Israel.
You believe in the Bible, right?
Yeah, I believe in the
The
Bible.
Bible is a history book. Right? Let me show you something right quick. Go to Luke 21 to 20. Let me show you a map right quick.
1 in verse 20. And when you should see Jerusalem packed with armies.
So this is 70 AD. The Romans, which are, what kind of people read this to? What nationality is Rome? To that white people. White people is ruling Rome. So read that again.
And when you shall see Jerusalem packed with armies.
So the Romans, they came and they surrounded Jerusalem. You know where Jerusalem is? Is that on the map?
This day, all these curses shall be upon you and overtake you. So what I'm about to read next is some of the curses that came against our people. what happened is because we broke God's law.
Right next to Africa.
Verse 16, it says,
on the
"Curse
African
shalt thou
time of
be."
the city. So read that again.
And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies,
So when you see Jerusalem has some armies, meaning that the white men, the Romans, they were surrounding
What kind of people
Go ahead.
live in
then know that the desolation thereof is not.
Knows that destruction is near. Go ahead.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
So if you're in Judea, if you're in Israel, it says flee to the mountains. What mountains do you think it's talking
It
about?
said, "First shalt thou be in the
Look
field
at this land.
and slave."
What mountains do you think it's talking about?
When you're working in the field, look at these signs right here.
It says them that are in Judea flee to the mountains. It's talking about the mountains of Africa. So they was in Jerusalem. The army surrounded them. They stopped the food supply and the water supply. That's why they had to leave. So they ran and fled to the mountains, which would be next to Egypt, right? Going inside Africa. Go ahead.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the country enter.
So if you're around Judea, don't even come back to Israel, period, because the Romans have taken the city, they took Jerusalem.
For these be the days of vengeance,
For these are the days of vengeance that's going to be fulfilled in Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead.
that all things which are written may be fulfilled. For woe unto them that are with child.
So it says woe means destruction on them that's with child, because guess what? If you stop the water supply and the food supply, what's going to happen to the children? They're going to die from starvation, right? Read that again.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon the people.
It's going to be wrath upon this people. Read.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
We fell by the edge of the sword. So guess what? If we're running from the Roman armies, we running into Africa, we're going to keep running.
It's not
Keep running until we can't run no more, right? And when you can't run no more, where you going to end up? You're going to end up in Ghana. You're going to end up in Nigeria. You're going to end up on the whole west coast of Africa. That's how we got there, because the Romans was coming to overthrow us. That's why Africa, this whole landmass Africa, what does Africa mean? Where Africa? It's a continent, but do you know who it's named after? Africa is named after Leosippus Africanus. They came and took over Africa in 70 AD, and he named this whole landmass Africa.
Exodus chapter 1
Africa is named after a white man.
I ain't never heard about the oldest
children of Israel served the
Who taught us that?
We serve.
Who taught us that?
I said, learned
Who
it.
taught us that? I'm gonna show you that. You learned the word?
I learned it in middle school.
In middle school, right? Let me give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 48. Let me show you something.
It's in here too.
Who sets up the school systems? White people. I'm gonna show you what the Bible says. Read that right there.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Because since we broke God's commandments, it says we're gonna serve our enemies. Read.
Therefore,
Exactly. Read.
therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So when you hungry, who you gotta go to? We on the Walmarts, the Costco's, Price Shoppers. Read.
And in thirst,
Who we gotta go to when we thirsty? Go ahead.
and in nakedness,
The clothes that's on our backs. Do we import? Exactly.
and in want of all things.
And one of all things, you have to go to your enemy. So for education, where you got to go to? So they're going to teach you lies. Exactly. That's most of the things I just saw these colleges is lies. That Lucy, that's lies. All of that is lies. They don't want you to know who they are. That's why they sent them these lies. So can you go back to what we back?
Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
That's what happened to us when they came in. They took us over on the west coast of Africa. We fell by the edge of the sword. Go ahead.
It shall be led away captive.
It shall be what?
And it shall be led away captive into all nations.
Eli, hand me that map. Okay, this last thing. Read it one more time.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword. And shall be led away captive into all nations.
We led away to go to this is the slave ship raps. We was led away captive in all nations. That's Bible and prophecy. That's why some of us in Jamaica.
And it says, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and want of all things. So when you buy your clothes, who you buy your clothes from?
According to the Bible, we are the
Nelly
Israelites.
might have his own clothing brand, but you ain't get it from him. Exactly. Even if he have his own clothing brand, right? Who is he buying the material from?
Take that flower, bro.
The other nations. What the tags on the back of your shirt say?
You got tons of videos on it.
Was it made in the USA? Was it made by the Israelites?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What did it say? Made in China. You serving your enemies right now. You putting money in the other nations' pockets. That's a curse.
But we ain't got no clothes.
Exactly. That's the whole point. So now, these are conditions. These are real Bible prophecies that's going on with our people. You just acknowledge it. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no clothes. We ain't got no schools. Even the HBC
We need to be somewhere trying to
Go
get
ahead.
that.
Huh?
We need to be somewhere trying to get that.
Where y'all need to be to get that? 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 46.
So y'all understand y'all Israelites? Do y'all understand y'all Israelites?
I mean, I understand what he's saying.
So y'all understand y'all Israelites then? Okay, go ahead.
1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 46. It says, if they sin against thee,
Because we all have
Black African American.
for there is no man
Black
that sinneth not,
nationality is that.
and thou be angry with them,
We're on that mass
and deliver them to the enemy,
What can you tell me about that person?
They got delivered to the enemy,
So
right?
there's no such thing as
so that they carry them away captives
carried away captives. But there's no such thing as
unto the land of the enemy,
But we still said African American, right?
far or
What is
near.
African American?
Yet, if they shall bethink themselves,
So the first step to repentance is
Like we know, like where the history behind the word African American, the phrase African American,
not black,
the word African came from a
They have to
woman,
remember
right?
who are they true are Israelites from the tribe of Judah.
bethink themselves in the land, whether they were carried captive.
So guess what? Y'all wasn't brought here to America to party, to turn up, to listen to Young Thug, to pop mollies. We wasn't brought here to do that. We was brought here to do what?
And repent.
We was brought here to repent. Repent means to turn from your evil ways. That's why we was brought into slavery. So let me show you something right quick. Give me y'all got girlfriends? So what are you supposed to do with your girlfriend? So this is one of the reasons why we went to slavery. Give me Hebrews 13:4. This is why we had single parent households, because it's boyfriend and girlfriend. It's not supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to get married.
You're supposed to make that woman your wife. That's why we had single parent households. That's why we got 3, 4, 5 different baby mamas. That's just making the community worse. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honor in all.
So we have to marry your women. The black man don't want to marry the black woman. You want to call the black woman bees. You want to call the black woman hoes. You want to put them in our videos and trick them out. Who taught us how to do all that stuff? Who taught us to call our black woman bees? Who taught us to run trains on our black women? Who did that? Who taught us that?
Now, verse 16, it says, "Cursed shall thou
Who was
be in
doing
the
that?
city." So we know
400 years ago, who are black women?
what's the conscious thing?
White people. So guess what? Everything we do, we imitating them.
Are we in a good position or are we
The marriage is honorable
So how
in all,
are we-
and the bed undefiled.
And the bed is undefiled.
The whoremongers
So whoremongers, a man that's sleeping from woman to woman, a man that has a girlfriend that's not married,
and adulterers,
and adulterers.
God will judge.
God will judge him. How will God judge him? He'll give them STDs, he'll give them gonorrhea, syphilis, he even give them HIVs. When stuff like that happen, that's judgments from God, because we're not keeping the law of marriage. That's why we have a lot of diseases in our neighborhoods, because of that. We don't keep that one law. That one law will end all of that. All of that. There will be no black. Give me Isaiah 3 and 12 right there. So guess what? For the result of us having girlfriends and the result of us sleeping from woman to woman and hoeing out on women, this is the result of that. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are the oppressors.
So God says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. How old are the people that's in gangs?
Young.
They're young, from 13 to 18, 19 years old.
Even younger than that.
Even younger than that. He said, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Read.
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them, because there's no dad in the house. That's why our children are oppressors. That's why we want to be gangsters. Hey, when I was young, I wanted to be a gangster. I wanted to sell drugs. But it says, because there's no man in the house, children are their oppressors. Read.
Of my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
So them that lead you, because guess what? A woman's not supposed to lead the house. So who's supposed to lead? A man is supposed to lead the household. That's why give me Psalms 82 and 5 right there. Psalms 82 and 5.
results, but
Psalms 82.
for a flesh, we shouldn't have to do that.
Chapter
Everything should
82
be equal,
and
but it's not
verse
equal.
5.
And even then, when we do get that job,
Verse
they
5
pay us
says,
less.
they know
than the same
not,
job that
because
our other
y'all know y'all was
counterparts,
Israelites.
That's again showing how
It says they know not. Read.
neither will they understand.
Our people don't understand. They don't understand who they are. They don't understand who they God is, because it's only our God. That's why we get. That's why you don't see no white Trayvon Martins. That's why you don't see no Chinese Air Garners. That's why the same thing constantly happens to us all the time, because he's only our God. Now let's get down to 7:16. The Lord shall bring peace into Egypt. So God says he's going to bring us right. You got it? And the Lord shall bring peace into Egypt. Bondage, slavery, captivity. Again with ships. Who wins the slavery? It wasn't just black people though. It was also Mexicans. It was also Native Americans. It was also Brazilians. You know the people that went to slavery. Black. The cops took over. Especially the cops took over.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Like Moses said 4,000 years ago, this is a prophecy.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
It says, we don't even know where we're from, right? Just like I asked them, they know where they're from, but we don't know where we're from. And there, when you get to America,
he shall be sold unto your enemies. And there,
when you get to America,
he shall be sold unto your enemies.
what's going to be sold for enemies?
For bond men and bond women.
Slave woman. This is actual Bible prophecy. This Bible is not a religion.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you means no one is going to sell you. It's like we had Malcolm X trying to say, right? They're all... He got killed. He got killed. Martin Luther King. All right, so who's going to say all the other things that we did? Teaching Christianity. Like I said, we are religion from our enemies, right? The people that brought us in slavery and one of all things. So they say that salvation is for everybody. It's your right there. We got to keep the king.
Blessed is the Lord God of Israel.
Let's say the God of Israel. You guys want to shake your hands? The God of Israel.
For he hath visited
Let's say all people.
and hath raised up the Lord of salvation for us.
For us, the Israelites,
In the house of the servant David, spake by the mouth of his holy prophet.
the prophets always prophesied the Messiah coming to save us.
Anybody else got leftover Halloween? That we said who? That
Everybody leftover Halloween Israelites
should be saved from our enemies.
This is what we're going to save us from 2014
And from the hand of all that hate us.
Guess what? It wasn't just white people that had us in slavery. Guess what? So-called Arabs, they had us in slavery before the transatlantic slave trade. It was the sub-Saharan slave trade. We was in slavery with them for over, about 2,000 years. We was in slavery with the Arabs. So guess what? We got to come back to our nationality. So guess what? Let me show you a commandment right here. This is one of the reasons why we want to
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So the Bible says a woman should not wear what a man wears.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. What's a woman's garment that a man should not wear? Dress. So guess what? If a woman's not supposed to wear a dress, I mean if a man's not supposed to wear a dress, what a woman's not supposed to wear? Guess what? Who taught the black women in America how to work hands? Hey, y'all heard of Amelia Boomer? Y'all heard of Amelia Boomer? During the 20s, Amelia Boomer, she created the first pair of women's pants. That was called Boomers. Guess what? Proverbs 10:31. That's what we did. We want to always be like the other nations. We follow with the white woman. That's when our women follow the woman.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31.
So guess what? The black woman followed the white woman and started wearing pants. So let's see what God says. Then guess what? A lot of our women, they straighten their hair, right? It has to be what how's our hair. Just like Pisces hair, right? And guess what? A lot of our women put blonde in their hair also, right? So let's see, is that right? Read.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31. And thou not the oppressor.
So God says don't envy the oppressor. Who oppresses you? Right. He says, envy thou not the oppressor. Read.
Choose none of his ways.
Choose what?
Choose none of his ways.
So guess what? The women shouldn't be following after the white woman by one man. The black woman shouldn't be from one man. The black woman shouldn't be straight down here. That's a slave mentality. Guess what? Go back to Deuteronomy 22:5.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5.
When you look in the scripture, what does the black woman do? She has her dress. Because guess what? Your body is only for your husband to see. Your figure, your legs, your leg, your chest, that's only for your husband. That's not for all these men to see.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So a woman is not supposed to wear pants.
Neither shall a man put on a burning garment.
And a man is not supposed to put on a dress.
For all that do so,
God says a woman that's wearing pants and a man that's wearing a dress
are an abomination unto to the Lord. God.
God says you're an abomination. So if you have on pants right now, and the man that they're wanting to dress right now, y'all abomination. Do y'all know what God feels about abominations?
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 4.
Because in Christianity, they teach that God doesn't hate, right? So they see is that true according to the Bible.
I did, howbeit, I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
God says, don't do this abominable thing that I hate. He hates a woman that's in bed. He hates a man that's in the dress. Right now, I don't want to listen to it.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.